Hello, hello, welcome once again to more Epstein Files being fully narrated at the cost of my sanity. Well, last time we dealt with 10 sheds, but I suspect we're moving past this at the moment. But anyways, first of all, as per usual, if I just bring up my... Well, it's not quite a script, it literally shows up in the description. Oh, Jesus. Yes, as per usual, I fully intend for any proceeds gained from this content and my other Epstein coverage to go to Speak Out Act Reclaim, SOAR, who was founded by Virginia Guthrie, who is now unfortunately deceased. While the organisation is not currently accepting donations, and I was unable to set up any official fundraiser via YouTube, I will donate the proceedings when possible, or to a similar organisation if not, and proof of this will be released when I do so. Okay, so yeah, this is literally word for word what shows up in the description of every single one of these Epstein narrations, but I know a lot of people don't have time to read that, you know, they're busy at work or whatever. That's absolutely fine, so I'm more than happy to just to let you guys know each stream. Just in case you didn't listen to the previous 17 other live streams that I did. Anyway, cracking on, we are still going through dataset 4 of the Department of Justice Epstein Transparency Act, I think it's called. Let me bring it up. Yeah, Epstein Files Transparency Act, HR 4405. There are currently 12 datasets which are available. We've completed 3. I suspect we're going to complete dataset 4 today. And then there's the possibility of also getting dataset 5 either done or a decent crack of it on the way. Like, these datasets are not equally created. You know, they're just split up into like various different like parts of the whole investigation. But though we've dataset 4, we've mostly had like financial records and stuff like that, there have been some vital pieces of evidence, including the original Palm Beach investigation in Florida, of which I uploaded a complete FOD of just that bit. And indeed, that's what I'm aiming to do with all the important bits that show up and all the interesting bits that show up during these streams. But apart from that, I'm looking to go through the entire thing and narrate what I can. Obviously, some rules apply because financial records, they can be summarized more easily. You know, I can point out parts of interest, and I have done so. But I can go for it like that, and then just sum up the total at the end. That's fine. Or indeed, if there are repeats, for example, I will also breeze past them. But I'll make it clear that it's a repeat and that we've already said it sometime before during the narration. This is just for ease of moving things along, and because I really don't want to be doing this for years and years and years on end. Like, I've got to be realistic here. And indeed, something I discovered recently is that my own father apparently watches these streams sometimes. Because he commented about, you know, how it might not be a draw on my channel as, compared to my other stuff. But, you know, that's absolutely fine. I know he's a little bit worried about me, but that's absolutely okay. As I say, I do have a sense of justice for the victims, which is why I'm looking to narrate this in full. I'm looking to just sort of cut it down the middle as much as I can. No, none of that partisan stuff. The only side I'm on is on the side of the victims, and I hope their attackers and the other conspirators with Epstein are brought into the light, and they suffer under the full force of the law. Is that how you say it? I think that's a good way to say it. Anyway, let's carry on. Gotta crack on. Tanner Palm Beach Police Department evidence, case 05368, property number 0621 128141 TS. Item 1, quantity 1, description micro with Rodriguez A. Suspect Epstein, officer detective redacted. 11. Oh, and yeah, I need to bring it onto continuous scroll so people know. Item was not scanned, description microtape. Official .lab instructions revised July 27th, 2020. Statement, Alfredo Rodriguez. B. Redacted. Now, Alfredo Rodriguez was a previous member of Epstein's staff who was very, very helpful towards the police during the investigation, I think. I believe he was the guy that actually gave them a bunch of evidence which they were able to use to help convict Epstein at the time. Anyway, Prop 06 251, I think that says, titled Alfredo Rodriguez. And that's the end of that file. So yeah, we've not got long. It's only like 200, 300 until the absolute end of dataset 4. So that's why I think we're just going to crack on straight with dataset 5. Okay. Case number 0605368, property 0639, L28141. Item 1, quantity 1, description micro with redacted. Suspect Epstein, Jeff, officer detective redacted, date 010906. Yeah, I don't need to read all of this because this is all a repeat. 13, item is not scanned. Description microtape. Okay, A and B both redacted. Prompt number 06.39, title redacted. Case number 05368, property 0659, 128141. Item 1, quantity 1, description micro with redacted. Suspect Epstein, J. Officer detective redacted, date 01/1906. 14. Item is not scanned, description microtape. A. Statement. Redacted, redacted. Prop 0659, number, title redacted, and that's it. As I say, once you get rid of all the repeats, as long as you know the context, we can go pretty quick. Case number 05368, property 0695128142. Item 1, quantity 1, description micro with redacted. Suspect Epstein, Jeff. Officer detective redacted, date 01/27/06. 15. Item was not scanned, description microtape. Redacted titles. Prop number 0695, title here is redacted. So these are all interview tapes. They're taking shots of the official tapes rather than the actual interviews, which, you know, the transcripts would be nice at least, but yeah, I think we already had them in the incident report. 16. Maxell PI Plus T160, ideal for use in time-lapse recording, VHS. Item was not scanned, description VHS tape. Well, this isn't repeat. I'll read the stuff on the side here. Maxell Professional Industrial PI plus HGX. Prop 06120, I think that is. Yeah, I always used to get a bollocking in school for writing zeros like that could be interpreted as a 6. So the FBI doing it, yeah, makes me a little bit salty. And it does get me a little bit, you know, it's a little bit awkward because if it shows up in a police report and stuff like that, you know, I can imagine this stuff could be, you know, picked apart by lawyers and saying, well, is it a 6 or a 0? Is evidence mishandled? That kind of stuff. That's why I'm a bit picky about that. Anyway, same VHS tape, 05-368. Case number 05368, property 06182128142. Item 1, quantity 1. Description, micro, phone calls to redacted. Suspect Epstein, Jeff. Officer, detective redacted. Date 02/2006. 17. Item is not scanned. Description microtape. Okay, redacted everything on the back of this tape. Made in Mexico, Sony, title redacted. Item was not scanned. Description VHS tape. 4105, prop number 051285 maybe. Number 2/B. Maxell PI Plus. T160, ideal for use in time-lapse recording. Sorry, even if I don't need to, if I see big letters in front of me, I'm compelled to read them. Item was not scanned, description CD. That's the CD, there's nothing written on it. What can I do? It also says 2 there. Item was not scanned, description VHS tape. And on this VHS is 4/2/05. I think that I would say that's a slash rather than a 1. Prop number 05-1205, number 3. Free. Okay. Maxell PI Plus, yeah, whatever. That says 4 there. So this is basically, like back in the day with videotapes, the big chunky things that you kids probably have never heard of. You used to put them in cardboard sleeves sometimes, or in actual proper plastic holders. I want to say that this is probably like a cardboard holder. You know, just for storage purposes, they can write on the cardboard bit there. Item was not scanned. Description VHS tape. Okay, Maxell PI VHS, blah blah blah. 4/3/2005. Prop number 051265, number 4. 358 L Brillo, which is Epstein's house in Florida. Okay, Maxwell PI Plus, this is tape 5. Item is not scanned, description VHS tape. And on the... so this would be... As I mentioned, the tape is a chunky thing. This is probably to scale, to be honest. It's a big chunky thing. This is similar to how you would have a book, the spine of a book. This would be the equivalent of that, basically. If people don't realize that, like, the kind of storage devices we're dealing with, this is a proper VHS tape, a big chunky ass thing. But 4405, prop number 051205, number 5, and there's nothing else there. Maxwell PI Plus 6, item is not scanned, description VHS tape. And this was 4505, prop number 051205, number 6, 358 old Brillo. Again, all of this writing, all of the stuff I've glanced past, I've done this in previous examples. So this is all repeats there, and we just, you don't want me to spend half an hour looking at VHS tapes. Like, none of this stuff. You want me to get into the juicy stuff. So we'll be quick with that. Item is not scanned, description VHS tape. Okay, on here it says prop number 051205, number 7, 62, and 622, 2005, El Brillo. Narrating results? I think that's what that says. Narrating, maybe that's, is that a drug or something? I'm not sure. Narrating results. Neyatin. As always, I'll zoom that in, so if anybody watching or commenting, they can present their own interpretation in the comments or in the chat if they so wish, and I'll pick it up. Anyway, prop number 051205, number 7. Item is not scanned, description CD. 7. There's a blank CD. Nothing I can see there. 051219 128 521, redacted. Item was not scanned, description 16 CDs. Official .lab instructions revised July 27, 2020. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, case number 05250067, Epstein in Case Files, Palm Beach PD. Disc 1 of 16, DVD Computer Crimes Unit. And it does look like we're going to get some repeats here, so DVD R for general, verbatim. So this is disc 1 of 16, then we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, with the rest of the details all being repeats. Anyway, now we got some text. December 13, 2005, 3:24 p.m., Palm Beach Police. Redacted 153497. In the Circuit Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit, in and for Palm Beach County, Florida, Criminal Division. State Attorney Subpoena, number 05625. PBPD case, number 05368. Singular Cellular Service, Custodian of Records, 3600, Glenridge Drive, number G418, Atlanta, Georgia, 30342. Duas Tercum. Any and all subscriber information, incoming and outgoing calls for telephone number 917-855-3363. The time frame involved is September 2005, and calls made up to October 5th, 2005. Greetings. You are hereby commanded to be and appear before the State Attorney or his assistant in and for Palm Beach County, Florida, at the State Attorney's Office, 401 North Dixie Highway, West Palm Beach, Florida. Instanta for interrogation and the truth to speak in a certain matter pending and under investigation. Failure to appear will subject you to contempt of court. You may comply by supplying materials directly to Detective Redacted, Town of Palm Beach Police Department, 345 South County Road, Palm Beach, Florida. Witness my hand and sealed to this court this redacted day, well, not redacted, there's nothing here, day of October 2005. Redacted by Redacted, Deputy Clerk Redacted. And this is Redacted, Assistant State Attorney, Attorney for State of Florida. Received the subpoena on the 7th day of October 2005 and executed the same on the 7th day of October 2005 by delivering a true copy thereof to the within named witness in the County of Palm Beach, State of Florida. Redacted, Deputy Sheriff Redacted. National Compliance Center, Response Cover Sheet, P.O. Box 24679, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33416-4679. Phone 1-800-635-6840. Facsimile 1-888-938-4715. To Detective Redacted, Palm Beach PD 33480. Redacted. Palm Beach FL 33480. File code 153497. Phone number redacted. Fax number redacted. Received date 10/7/2005. Received on 12/13/2005. From redacted. Number of pages. Date 12/20/2005. If you are not already doing so, please begin addressing all legal requests to Singular Wireless. Additionally, effective immediately, please fax all legal requests to Singular Wireless at 1-888-938-4715. The requested information is provided on the enclosed CD. Confidentiality notice. This cover sheet and any document which may accompany it contains information from the National Compliance Center, which is intended for use only by the individual to whom it is addressed, and which may contain information that is privileged, confidential, and/or otherwise exempt from disclosure under applicable law. If the reader of this message is not the intended recipient or the person responsible for delivering this message to the intended recipient, any review, disclosure, dissemination, distribution, copying, or other use of this message or its substance is strictly prohibited. If you have received this communication in error, please notify us immediately by telephone to arrange for the return of this communication to us at our expense. Thank you. NCC official use only. URCO 153497. Singular, raising the bar. Singular Wireless, PO Box 24679, West Palm Beach, FL 33416-4679. Okay, United States Postage 0218-000-437-6510. Mail from zip code 33408. That's for 83 cents. December 20th, 2005. CD enclosed. Envelope empty. Official dollop instructions revised 10th April 2014. 05-1245-129533. Redacted. 9 out of 10. Sorry. 9 of the 10th. Item was not scanned. Description CD. Official dollop instructions revised July 27, 2020. We've done this before. Okay. Singular Wireless, National Compliance Center, 1-800-635-6840. That's a PDF. Prop number 05-1245, number 2. File code number 153497. Date 12/20/05. These records are provided in an electronic format. Okay. Hang on, what does it say around here? Adams disk cover. Grade. Whatever the fuck that says. Adams Discovery Grade. TM. 700 megabytes. Anyway, we're done with that. Item was not scanned. Description. Book. An invitation to party. Okay, an invitation to poetry. Never mind. Oops. A new favorite poem project anthology. Includes a DVD featuring project participants reading their favorite poems from Shakespeare to Szymborska. Edited by Robert Pinsky and Maggie Dietz. Some of the poets included in an invitation to poetry. A.R. Ammons, John Ashbery, Margaret Ashwood, W.H. Auden, Charles Baudelaire, Samuel Beckett, Elizabeth Bishop, William Blake, Evan Boland, Gwendolyn Brooks, Robert Browning, Julia de Borges, Paul Celan, E.E. Cummings, Emily Dixon, John Don, T.S. Eliot, David Ferry, Robert Frost, Allen Ginsberg, Louis Gluck, Thomas Gray, Thomas Hardy, Robert Hass, Seamus Heaney, Ziblu Herbert, Langston Hughes, IQ, Robinson Jeffers, John Keats, Kenneth Koch, Stanley Kunitz, Philip Larkin, Lee Poe, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, Robert Lowell, Heather McHugh, W.S. Merwin, Edna St. Vincent Millay, Czeslaw Milots, Polish, John Milton, Marianne Moore, Pablo Neruda, Frank O'Hara, Fernando Pessoa, Sylvia Plath, Edgar Allan Poe, Ezra Pound, Adrienne Rich, Rainer Maria Rilke, Theodore Rothke, Sappho, Anne Sexton, William Shakespeare, Percy Bysshe Shelley, Wallace Stevens, Robert Louis Stevenson, Wisława Szymborska, Alfred, Lord Tennyson, Dylan Thomas, Derek Walcott, Walt Whitman, Oscar Wilde, William Carlos Williams, William Wordsworth, William Butler Yeats. And yeah, I probably mispronounced at least half of that. Oh well. Poetry/Anthology. ISBN 0393058676-X. 9780393058765. 52995. And it's WW Norton. But I'm not going to bother with the websites. Anyway, next file. Item was not scanned. Description. Victoria's Secret Bra. Right, we're not getting monetized here then. Okay, that's it. One of the great masters of massage. Oh, Jesus. Robert Leach from the foreword. Massage for Dummies. Stephen Capellini, LMT. Michael Van Welden, PTNT. Forward by Robin Leach. A reference for the rest of us. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a big one. Massage for Dummies. Cheat sheet. Am I going to have to narrate the entire fucking book? I think I am! I'm narrating an entire book. Okay, right. This will have to be a clip then. The rules for giving massage. Review these rules before you begin giving a massage. Do no harm. This is the number one rule for giving a massage. Refer to Chapter 10 and make sure you're aware of the moves that you shouldn't make, the places that you shouldn't press, and the conditions you shouldn't treat. Think 3D. Refer to Chapter 4 and try to visualize the invisible physical structures beneath the skin that you're affecting with your hands during the massage. Use your whole body. Remember to use correct body mechanics in order to save your own body from overexertion while applying just the right amount of pressure for your partner. Focus on the other. This is no time to be thinking about politics, sports, the weather, or your upcoming turn to receive. As fully as you can, focus on your partner, what she's feeling, and how you can make her feel better. Go out of your mind. After you figure out the moves, practice the technique, and focus on your partner with all your concentration, then you can stop thinking. Let go of your extraneous thoughts, and even your thoughts about doing a good job. Get creative. Go ahead, go crazy. Just let yourself feel whatever you're feeling, and go with your intuition. As long as what you're doing is generated from caring and commitment to your partner, it is going to be the right thing. Let love flow. Certain people develop an ability to send a very distinct and palpable sensation of love into their fingers and palms. You can feel it when they touch you. Everyone else has the potential to develop that ability. Why not use massage as an opportunity to explore your own innate abilities, to send a powerful message of caring to others through your touch and presence? Massage English, English Massage Dictionary, cheat sheet. Term, Rolfed. Definition, deep massage work on fascia that realigns the body with gravity. Body worker, a practitioner of massage or similar hands-on healing techniques. Structural work, massage that realigns the body's structure. Spa, health facility where people go to learn holistic practices, eat healthy foods, exercise, and receive massages and spa treatments. Ayurveda, an ancient healing system from India that uses diet, meditation, herbs, and massage to balance the body. Swedish, the most well-known and widely practiced form of massage in the Western world, consisting of stroking, kneading, applying pressure, stretching, and so on. Trigger point, a tight tender spot in muscles that responds well to targeted massage. Connective tissues, the web of tissue, primarily, where the fuck was I? Primarily collagen fibers that surround your every muscle, organ, and bone, holding your body together. Deep tissue, a type of massage that targets the deeper layers of muscle and connective tissue. Energy work, type of massage that focuses on vital, invisible energies in your body. Adhesion, muscle and connective tissue fibers that are stuck together, which massage can separate. Drape, towels, sheets, and so on, used to cover a person receiving a massage. Knots, tight bands of muscle fibers and connective tissues that massage often softens. On-site massage, seated and clothed in massage, given in special chairs, usually in offices, in stores, or at special events. Parlor, a place where people eat ice cream. Full body massage, relaxation massage treating the whole body as compared to remedial massage treating a localized area. For Dummies, best-selling book series for beginners. Now, let me just Google this book, because if they've got the whole book, and if it's not public domain, I might legit be in trouble if I do this. I'll take a look, I'll give it a go, if there's a chance I'm allowed, but let me just... Okay, it might be a free publication. Let me double check. Right. Massage for Dummies is not in the public domain. Massage for Dummies is a copyrighted work, with the first edition published in 1999 and a second edition in 2010. Oh, I don't think I can narrate this bit. Oh, hang on. We've got chatters. So let me go through in order. Aaron Wilbur 2377. Okay, I'm here. I don't see why government officials' names have been redacted. I mean, if they're cops, if they're part of the investigation, possibly. Also to make sure, I guess, they don't get bribed by any negative parties. But yeah, I mean, so, you know, I do disagree with a lot of the redactions in general. Government workers, if they're working specifically, like, as part of the prosecution and stuff like that, then I guess you don't necessarily want their identities revealed to bad parties. Google 4117. CA $2 money. Oh, thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Not sure if you heard my disclosure at the beginning, but anything gained during the stream or during the course of doing the Epstein stuff, that will go straight to a charity. Virginia Godfrey's charity, ideally, SOAR, but if not, it'll be a similar charity that helps victims of trafficking. Now, it's not public domain, so I'm going to scout ahead on this thing, because if it's the entire book as part of the Epstein Files, I am not allowed to narrate it. I'm just not allowed, because copyright is copyrighted work. So if I basically narrate the entire book and I haven't asked permission from the author, well, that's potential problems there. And indeed, it would be very hypocritical if I was to just do all of it after, you know, asking for permission from authors for so long, 6-7 years at this point. But we're just going to scout ahead. It does look like the entire book, though, unfortunately. So this is page 1 out of 99. And yeah, I'm gonna go for it quickly. I'm not going to narrate the work of the book, because the work of the book is copyrighted domain, and I can't do it. I don't have legal rights to do that. Why they'd include it in the Epstein Files to this degree, I don't know, because I've got onto the next page, and you know, this is like 100 files later. We are still going through the book. Do we have it here? Yeah, we have it here as well. So they have baby massage. Fucking hell. Yeah, if this is the entire book of Massage for Dummies, I understand that it's being filed as evidence, but I'm going to skim past this. Yeah, I mean, Aaron's one step ahead of me. Yeah, I can skim the book to see if there's any notes or anything penciled in. That's what I'm going to look for. But as for narrating the book itself, I cannot do that. I'm very sorry. But then again, if the authors of this book do want to reach out, or if I'm able to reach out to the authors, if I'm able to get their permission, I can absolutely do it. Because this is technically part of the Epstein Files, but this is also, like, it's not in the public domain. I've just searched, the book is £15 on Amazon. So that's, I did have to look that up. So we're going to skim through. We're just going to look for notes or anything like that. That may be important to the case, in which case I will be doing the notes specifically. But I think these splotches on the side, they're just notes of a bad scan. But yeah, sorry about that. Like, this is my rule. I cannot do copyrighted work. I can only do works that are in the public domain. Hence why I do a lot of very, very old stories sometimes. But yeah, but this looks all the same. Let's just go for it. I don't want to go through too quickly. I'm just going to look for notes and stuff. You can see I'm skimming through. That's all I'm looking for. But yeah, this is a copyrighted book. I can't do that. But I think after this, I think it's the same for these next pages as well. We will be done with dataset 4 once we finish this. So I think because Epstein did enjoy massages, well, okay, his definition of massages, and that was his cover. Yeah, this would be one of his favorite books in a way, or maybe this was a piece of work that the victims had to read. I will admit. Oh god, I thought a mass pilgrimage to I thought there said Epstein there. Sorry, I'm sort of like I'm on a hair trigger with that kind of stuff. Anyway, also there's a cat. There's one cat in the background. There is Clara is down at my feet. Yes, they've been very wild during the day, but yeah, they're relaxing now. But I'm seeing no notes so far. If anything's like circled or anything like that, we can do that. But unfortunately, I can't. Yeah, as I say, I do it if I could, but you know, I guess does this count as me not narrating the full Epstein Files? Potentially, but you know, if people say that, all I need to do is I need to try and contact the authors and get permission to do it. Which I suspect I won't be getting because I'm a random guy on YouTube rather than like an accredited voice actor or anything like that. Even though I have done works on Audible before. Shout out to Helheim. And indeed, I do have a few other things coming up. I've got something very fun coming up soon. And I've had to be quiet about it so far, but the moment it comes out, oh yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to love it as well. And it is great fun to do as well. What could this be? Who knows? Well, I know. Anyway, sadly, we're getting no notes or anything penciled in, and this is the end of this file. We're going to carry on with the next one. Just looking for anything kind of circled, stuff like that, points of interest. But yeah, I do feel bad, like, having to skip through perfectly readable stuff like this, but yeah, gotta have permission. But I can at least sort of gloss over it a little bit by saying, this is Massage for Dummies. It's the entire book in the Epstein Files. I mean, if I was the author of that, I'd be, I wouldn't be too happy. But I think maybe because this is taken in as evidence in like 2006, I think, maybe it's an older edition, who knows. But I did Google it, confirmed it's not public domain, confirmed, this is not published for free. So, if it was a freely released on the internet, then that might be different. That would allow me to narrate it. But yeah, again, no notes, no nothing. It's awkward. What am I meant to say during this? I'm just scrolling down. Actually, it'd be more likely that you can get the authors to sue the government for putting the entire book out. I mean, that wouldn't be my role. But maybe the authors should be poked. Maybe the authors should be made aware. That said, they haven't the government hasn't redacted any word of this. They don't care if this is just fully out there. I mean, I guess it is evidence, but what, the whole book? Why not just put the cover out as evidence? Just doing that, unless of course. The words in this book specifically have to do with the instructions that Epstein gave the girls, because none of his victims were trained as masseuses. I think there was one trained masseuse, but she said there was nothing untoward and she wasn't his type. But the rest of these girls, I mean, they weren't trained as masseuses. Maybe they got instructed from the book or something like that. But yeah. Altar to the massage gods. Jesus, I will admit I'm tempted to read through this myself. Yeah, this book is huge. All the right moves. Don't do it, Mon. Oh yeah, Jamaican bobsled. Sorry, I shouldn't be commenting on random things. It does look a little bit weird. But sadly, we've got no notes, no nothing. Again, it is literally the works of an entire book. Okay, still nothing. Again, they're scanning every page. They don't just get a PDF of the book. This is the actual book that Epstein had, but it doesn't look like there's anything here. Oh, hang on. We got note here. Okay. So I'll read the bit. Yeah, this is under the back. They got a note here without. Yeah. So this is a note here. Jargon alert. I think that might be. I don't know. Is that part of the book? I just don't know. This star here, that's definitely not part of the book. The back is a great place to begin a massage because many people equate massage with a back rub. Okay. So, yeah, Epstein did like... He did like back rubs. Also, he did like the cars and the legs. The back was one of his things that he did. So perhaps he sort of put a star here just to sort of bookmark it. It would make sense. Probably say, hey, read this bit or something like that. But that's the first notation we've had so far. Likely from Epstein himself. Anyway, moving on. Okay, and that's the end of that. That's the end of that file. Alright, what's the next one? Oh, shit. There we go. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. I think these are parts of the book rather than like a stamp, in a way. Like a rubber stamp. I mean, you know, something to stamp like, oh, keep an eye on this, or, you know, A+, that kind of thing. Hang on. What have we got here? Oh my god. G-Man5697, 7 years does. You've done good work over your story narrations, and now you help bring greater clarity to this nasty issue. Much respect. Thank you very much. That's very generous. Your donation is, however, going to go to charity. As I said, this goes straight towards Speak Out, Act, Reclaim. Just when they start accepting donations, or if not, then it will go to a similar charity. So I will. Thank you very much. That's very generous. I will note down that. I will note down these figures. Just with posterity. I've got 2 CA. But thank you, G-Man5697. That's very generous of you, and very kind words as well. Like, I'm... You know, it's a monumental challenge what I'm doing, but it's... You know, it's something I'm glad to do, and, you know, if my actions help in some way to bring these horrible people to justice, and to get, you know, and give justice for the victims, then that's great. I'm happy to do that. And theory from Aaron is right. Probably another one of those things where they added as much fluff to the files as possible to scare people off. I mean, it only scares me off in the way that it's a copyrighted book and I can't narrate it. But, you know, if I could, I would. I mean, if I'm able to get, like, permission from the authors at a later date, maybe I can do it as a special on the channel. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, G-Man. I've noted that down. That's very generous. And as I say, you know, donation or not, I always appreciate the kind words like that. Like, you know, it helps me keep going. It helps me keep going. And yeah, and we're almost done with dataset 4. So eight more datasets after this, but dataset 5 is quite short. I've scattered that ahead. Anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, still can't narrate any of this, I'm afraid. But yeah, you've mentioned story narrations as well. I'm glad to do that. I mean, I enjoy doing it as well, and you know, I'll ramble on as I scroll down. I think I sort of got the idea to do it just by being bored at work. I used to listen to stuff on Facebook, or not Facebook, sorry, on YouTube, Spotify, that kind of stuff. And eventually I ran out, like 8-hour shift, very, very boring. I was working in an office. And then I listened to a few audiobooks, sort of ran out. You know, times were a little tough for me, so I didn't necessarily get Audible. But I got a bunch of other things as well. Oh god, again. And so will this, again, respect. Oh my god, thank you so much. It's going to charity, but thank you so much. Oh, G-Man, you're an absolute legend. Thank you. Sorry, I've lost my trail of thought there. But yeah, it gave me the idea to start reading stuff myself, and I'd read a lot of horror at the time, and you know, I did a few like classic creepypastas, and you know, I did pretty well at them. You know, it was good, and I just moved to London, so it was a good use of my time, like in the evenings, or you know, when I couldn't go out or something, or when I was about to sleep. It was great fun. And then, I sort of did it to random green texts, and some of those green texts were the earliest iterations of what we know now as HFY. And I did that, and then I got a lot of attention on those back in the day. And that's sort of when I realized, oh god, this is actually kind of fun. And then I discovered the HFY subreddit. I thought, oh wow, there's a lot more. And I basically carried on from there. I reached out to authors, asked for permission. In the early days, people weren't interested. But I managed to get a couple, and I did what I could. And then eventually I was able to build things up. And wow, now I'm here reading the Epstein Files. So, if you've read literally everything else I've done, or listen to everything else I've done, or if you're just in the long haul for something, yeah, just stick up my old logs of the Epstein Files. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I do try and work hard to do what I do. I owe it to everybody to try and do my best, and that's certainly what I'm doing. I know these aren't exactly like major draws for the YouTube audience. Like, I understand most people just want to listen to HFY stuff, which is absolutely fine. But I think if I can do a little bit of good with what I do as well, I'm absolutely going to try and do that. And especially when I did the Epstein Files the first time, I very much... How would you describe it? I very much resonated with Virginia Giuffre's testimony and her bravery in coming forward. And I think it was just like... I randomly said during the middle of it that I was going to just donate everything to her and her charity because she was so passionate about it. She kept speaking about it, and I just thought, yeah, I shouldn't be profiting from this. All the money goes to her. And indeed, I'm keeping that trend going. Although Speak Out Act reclaimed they're not currently accepting public donations. They did accept they had a private one from the former Prince Andrew. He's obviously he's had his prince title completely removed. He's been disowned by the royal family. But apart from that, they're not accepting public donations yet. When they do, everything with the Epstein stuff gets totaled up, gets sent to them. Like, or if not them, it will get sent to an equal charity, and I'll obviously make sure people are aware of that when that happens. So yeah, if you are donating, you're not donating to me. That money will go to charity eventually. But thank you very much for being so generous, and thank you so much for supporting this whole thing. Yeah, there's not much else to say to that. Thank you. And yeah, I think creators. I mean, there's other creators as well that are also doing their part to sort of blow this thing wide open. And to sort of expose the horrors of the Epstein Files, because a lot of our institutions are failing us. Media, they're just not talking about it. They're only trying to talk about it in a partisan way, like trying to pin it solely on Trump or pin it solely on Clinton's. If they're, the way I see it, bring the guilty to the light, whoever they are. I don't care who they are. If they're elites, if they abuse these women, these children, essentially, drag them out. Make sure the world knows. And, if the media, if Congress, all of that can't do it, it's up to people like me, and it's up to people like my fellow creators, and it's up to people like you supporting the whole endeavors as well. Even if you're just talking to your friends about it, just mentioning something, word of mouth, spread everything you know. And I think all of that collectively, that can make some big changes. I mean, certainly we got people in Congress just outright going up and stating who the redacted names are. I mean, Bill Gates has been massively hit by this for obvious reasons. Oh yes, that did remind me about last time. Somebody called Sandy Berger. He was mentioned heavily previously in the files, but I think he's now dead. He died in 2nd December 2015. Yeah. If it's the same Sandy Berger who was President Clinton's national security advisor. Yeah, how about that? But yeah, it's that guy's dead. There's a few other names that are now dead, unfortunately. This might be why everything was delayed, to sort of allow these people to just die peacefully before the news came out. it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the way I see it, I don't care how old they are. Even if, they're on death's door, they deserve to be dragged in front of a court. And into the public, and into the light. Anyway, we're still not seeing any annotations apart from that earlier one. But as I say, thank you very much for being so supportive. As I say, I appreciate it. Unfortunately, Virginia Guthrie's gone. That said, her charity is still up. I'm hoping that there is a good organization behind it, and I hope, they'll be able to get things off the ground and running and be able to accept public donations, so I can fully back them. Still not finding any notes or anything, but as I say, if you're just coming in, the reason why I'm skipping past this is that this is a fully published book, Massage for Dummies, essentially, and because it's not in the public domain, and because I haven't sought permission from the authors, I cannot in good conscience narrate this. No, I'm not just not narrating it because it's long as hell. I have narrated full-on books before, but but usually those books are either public domain, as in, well, the copyright is expired, or I've asked permission from the authors. So if I'm able to get permission from the authors of Massaging for Dummies, or whatever this book is called, I can read it as part of the Epstein Files, but I'm not. Let's be honest, I'm not in a rush to do that. I've got a lot ahead of me anyway. Anyway, like this. But this is the last file of dataset 4. So I'm hoping we can get this done and we can get on to dataset 5 and have some newer stuff and fresher stuff. Aaron, I didn't hear about him dying. I just remember hearing the name a lot back when Clinton was in office. Yeah, he was Clinton's national security advisor, but yeah, died in 2015. So, unfortunately, he died before a lot of this stuff came to light. Though Epstein himself, after his initial arrest, I think in 2006, 2007, I think he served a sentence for 1.5 years, give or take. And then he sort of cut a deal, and I think he did name names back then. And was able to get a reduced sentence, or able to get, like, house arrest, that kind of stuff as well. But this never left him. Like, he was always, like, called back or summoned back to courts for other stuff. And then finally the FBI decided to go after him and punish him a lot more seriously. I suspect based on rumours about the island and other stuff going on there. And probably a bunch of tip-offs as well that he was still doing what he was doing. And then he wasn't able to escape that. And eventually he was in prison. And, well, we're seeing a lot of things going on with the night that he allegedly took his own life. Yeah. But shenanigans with the guards. Shenanigans with things being moved around. Shenanigans with various things being posted before, during, and after as well. It's not good. However, if he is still alive, everybody knows his face. They will find him. Anyway, let's get this done. Let's, it's a sore subject, that. But let's just see if we can find any more notes or anything underlined. It doesn't look like it. The only note we found in this book so far was under back massages, which, I mean, realistically, that's the basic thing of massages. But as I say, Epstein liked back massages, also like feet and calves. And then he would just jerk off, essentially. That was, doing a lot of things that the guards were very, very uncomfortable with. And indeed, a lot of stuff that's redacted means he probably extended it further. Any 10 inventive ways to give massage as a gift. I'm tempted to read this book later just for funsies. Because, I'm basically a permanent bachelor. I mean, I'm here on a Tuesday night reading Epstein stuff as opposed to going out of my house. But hey, I mean, if I ever get a Net Narrator, see what I did there? Then maybe this could come in useful. Who knows? Maybe my cats will enjoy it. I mean, they certainly like They certainly like a bit of fuss. The Republicans took Florida in the next election, and they found out how sweet a deal he'd been given. Possibly. Yeah, oh yeah, didn't Bush take Florida or something like that? Beat Al Gore or something like that? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not an American. I can't remember U.S. history, mainly because I've got my own. Going further down. These are all just like, essentially just like, hey, call this number for cool stuff, for cool massages. And this is an index. We can just skip past this. We don't need to see the index. And besides, he's not going to make any annotations or notes in the fucking index. Okay. Sparish note, they're still part of the same. This is still part of the book. www.dummies.com, this is still part of the book. And this is the back of the book. Yeah. Includes 150 hands-on photos and illustrations. Everything you need to know about giving and receiving a massage. Well, that's the end of the book. They put an entire book. Well, Epstein bought this book for $19.99. We know that. Massage for Dummies. Anyway, what does this say? Sept, I think, for September. Healtt? Hilt? Or health, maybe? But this information is redacted. And indeed, that's the end of that file. And the end of dataset 4. So, let's start with dataset 5 and see what's there. I scattered ahead. There wasn't much in there. I did download these basically right when they were dropped, so I don't know if there's going to be any more. We'll see. No, not data. You want to go under images. 01. So, the file number goes from 8473, after a bunch of zeros, to 8487. No, hang on. No, 8409. Oh, sorry. 8409 to 8528. So, just shy of 100 files. We can do that, and then we'll see how much time we've got left. It hasn't even been an hour yet. I'm on fire today. Let's do this. All right. Start with dataset 5. Date 3/11/2025. Case ID 90ANY 3151227. FBI. Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Photographer redacted. Location IMD 200 Constitution Drive, Winchester, VA. Is VA Virginia? I'm not sure. Oh, I better... Okay, that was 409. I better select all the rest, actually. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. There we go. And then after this, I haven't scattered ahead for dataset 6. I could make a start on that if there's enough time. Maybe I'll even end the stream. Actually give myself an early night for a change. Anyway, this is still just loading up. Hopefully it'll be done soon. But if it's... So we've seen that kind of image before. These are, I suspect, are just photos. Okay, here is something I can read. Unfortunately, it's hidden behind fucking bubble wrap. God damn. Okay. 17/06/2021, maybe? Our shipping invoice. CDR, Bureau of Investigation, redacted. Quatis, VA 22135, date 2/28/2025. Team. Oh, fuck. Attention, Al Gur SSA redacted, CR18, FBI Washington Field Office. Invoice contents: 1 disc, item for discovery 50DNY 3027571, maybe? Each something required, redacted, prepared by VAM Vams Nevres, maybe? Phone, redacted, case number ID 50DNY-3027571, maybe? Contributor number NA, lab number NA. Okay, well, let me guess. Are they going to have, like, an unbubble-wrapped version in the next one? Let's see. No, they have another. In fact, another bubble wrap one. Okay. Well, I suspect this is the same one. Just a different photo. One ID disc, item for discovery, 50th NY 3027571. Ticket number 25-02335. Facilities requested. Redacted. Prepared by redacted. Phone redacted. Case ID number 50DNY 3027571. And apart from that, it's repeats. But still, why bubble wrap? Why would you put that in bubble wrap? More importantly, why would you take a photo of it in the bubble wrap? This is ridiculous. Anyway, this says, okay, E65-16303 on the barcode, 50E-NY-302-7572, 1B124. And this is too blurry for me to read. Oh, hang on, what? Okay, we've got these two as well. Okay, I must have fucked up somewhere. Okay, chain of custody. ES Sur evidence envelope. Hang on, this is definitely... Oh, stupid. Ah. Okay, I might have done this slightly out of order. Still. We're reading it in one go. I don't think it mucks things up too much. Log 20. Epstein Log 20, 2019-010614. So I think I read a couple of the files towards the end. Yeah. I can sort of click on here and click the first one. These are a bunch of like separated files. It's all like a one page file, if that makes sense. Whereas previously we had one file which contained like a max of 100 different pages in. So this is a bit different. This is closer to dataset 1, where we just had a bunch of photos and we were able to breeze through that, well, somewhat successfully, I want to say. Anyway, next one. 90ANY315 1227 1B34, and it's just a folder. Okay. Evidence. PC. 98NY3151227. Request ID 112048 1B34 08-12-2019. MIC027713. PC derivative copy 1. 1. Seagate Barracuda 1000 GB hard drive. ST1000 DM003. SN S1D9GK9P containing the clone copy of 1B16 hard drive. Seagate Constellation ES 500 GB HDD, ST500 NM0011, SN Z1M 1PZ07, collected via Tableau TX-1, SN000 ECC 58017194. And this is a destination disk, says something on it. So basically this is a copy of either of some kind of hard drive, either internal or external. I want to say internal. 90A NY 3151227 1B41. And that looks like a card reader rather than a... In fact, it might not even be a card reader. It doesn't have the keypad. I mean, I want to say it looks like a card reader, but it doesn't have the touchpad interface that like the rubber buttons that you normally expect. Unless, of course, these are just like moving things along rather than clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I want to say that's what that is. Anyway, next file. 90A NY 3151227 1B40. Evidence. 8/2019. 98 NY, this is all the same. This is a master copy. Submission of downloaded video from Metropolitan Correctional Center, MCC, located at 150 Park Row. 1 Seagate 500 GB HDD. SN W2AFXSJV, containing video downloaded from DVR1 at MCC, contained in 1 folders. Folders are all video available for download for 8/10/19. All relevant video from Special Housing Unit Floor 9 and Attorney Visit Area Floor 3 from 7:23 to... It's covered with a fucking rubber band. Downloaded for 8/9. This download failed. And video download by Tech. Okay, I'm willing to bet 8/10/19. That's when Jeffrey Epstein was found dead. Let me check. Jeffrey Epstein died 10th August 2019. 10th of August. '08 is July, I think. So he wasn't dead then. This is from slightly before. Is it January, February? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, yeah, I'm done. '08 is August, and he died 10th of August. So yeah, this is 14. So it's the weird American date. So this is the 14th of August. So yeah, this is after. So this is covering his death. So that, hackers, anyone wanting to know what's in that video, infinitely technologically, competent people. These are the details you want. So yeah, we're looking into the death now of Epstein. Okay, 90A NY 3151227 1B32. Okay, evidence. PC 81619. 98 NY 3151227, request ID 112048 1B32 over here. 0812 2019 NYC 027711 PC derivative copy 1 Seagate Barracuda 1000 gigabyte HDD ST1000 DM003 SNWID 38Z6E, containing the clone copy of 1B12 hard drive, Seagate Constellation ES 500 gigabytes HDD, ST500NM0011 SNZ1M1Q1FX, collected via table TX1 SN000ECC 58017139 PC. 90A NY 3151227 1B28. Okay, PC 8 or 16 maybe 19. That's a bad picture. Just dealing with the flash. Anyway, this is done before. What we got here? PC derivative copy 1 Western Digital 1 terabyte HDD WD1EADS 00L5B1 SIN WCALM5303950, containing the clone copy of 1B8 hard drive, Western Digital 500 gigabyte HDD. Collected via table. Yeah, I'm gonna bypass the bits that were repeats because we've done this a couple of times now. But these are different items. These are basically like PC hard drives and stuff. Okay, 98 NY 3151227 1B35. Okay, evidence. PC 11619. PC deviation. Is that defective? Derivative copy 1? Maybe. Seagate Barracuda 1000 gigabytes hard drive. S11000 DM003 SNS1090 ETC, containing the clone copy of 1B17 hard drive, Seagate Constellation ES 500 gigabyte HDD ST500M NM0011. Okay, collected via Tableau. That's PC. 90A NY 3151227 1B36. Again, we're getting the same thing here. PC. So, derivative copy 1 is derivative. Okay. 1 Seagate Barracuda 1000 gigabyte hard drive. S11900 something. Containing the clone copy of 1B18 hard drive. Seagate Barracuda 500 gigabytes HDD. ST3500320NS. Yeah, by Tableau. Clone number 18. Original is number 10. Okay, so basically they're cloning the hard drive so they can pass it around to different departments or something. Likely. But these are essentially copies of, possibly copies of the prison surveillance footage, or maybe copies of Epstein's hard drive. 98 NY 31512227 1B39. Okay, well, this is difficult to read. Not mainly because there's a glare. There's a lot of glare. Anyway, date is 8th, 10th, 19. So this is the day it happened, or the night it happened, I should say. Well, was it day or night? It happened on that date. Okay. Let me just move around. Okay, location 150 Far Place, MCC, New York, New York. Okay, this is 90A NY. It's probably the same number as before. Last call, number 2. Fuck this glare! The moment something interesting happens, then they fuck up the photo. Description: something papers. One something player, and there's a scribble on there. That's helpful. Collected, witnessed. This is probably a signature. This may also be a signature. Hammond, maybe? 1B39, that's what it says. Evidence. FBI Laboratory, lab number 2020-01371. Number E, maybe? I don't know. 2020-01577, number 1. And that's number 2. And that's also number 2. Item 4 through item 5 there. Okay, from FBI NY, ECU, 26 Federal Plaza, NY, 1027-8. And there's a scribble there. Smeed, number 1. I can't even read that. I'm not going to bother with that, actually. That's just the logo. Okay, oh, god damn it. Why do you do this? FBI, you're slacking. Okay. 150 Park Place, MCC, New York, New York. Ultra, Cal, number 220, something. A description, miscellaneous papers. So this is the same folder as before, just not with all the glare that's trying to blind me. Witnessed by something. Anyways, redacted. Attention, question documents unit. From FBI NY ECU, 26 Federal Plaza, NY, 1027-8. Okay, and item 4 through 5. Ugh. It's the same again. And there's a scribble there. 90A NY 3151227 1B25. Okay, oh fucking hell. A lot of glare again. This is clone number 4. I can't read anything else on there. I mean, can I try? 2-disc array, maybe? That says there. New York Cart Lab, NYO, something. There's a lot of glare there. So I have to really zoom in. And even then, I think you've probably got a better vision of that than I do. Oh, but yeah. Let's carry on. 98 NY 3151227 1B31. Okay. Clone number 11. NYC 027710 Seagate Barracuda 1000 GB. DVR 2-disc array. Bay 11 close, maybe? Clone number 11. Seagate Barracuda 1000 gigabytes. ROH5. That's a wine glass. I mean, don't tempt me. I can't have wine on my keto diet, but I can have potentially whiskey, of which I do partake quite a lot. 98 NY 3151227 1B29. Okay, clone number 9. So it may just be a bunch of clones of the same thing, really. Seagate, a desktop HDD 1000 GB. DVR 2-disc array. What the fuck does that say? I don't know. New York Car Lab as well. 90A NY 3151227 1B23. PC 81619. Okay, 98 NY 3151227, request ID 112048. 08-12-2019, NYC 027702, PC derivative copy 1 Hitachi 1TB HDD, HUA 7220, 10 COA 330, SN JPW9K ON039EZLL, containing the clone copy of 12B hard drive, Hitachi 500GB HDD, HDS 721050, CLA 662, SN JP1572JE 36A13K, Collective Itaplo TX1, SN 000 ECC 5801109B. 90A NY 3151227, 1B26. Clone number 6. New York Cart Lab, NYC 027705, maybe? Seagate Desktop HDD. 98 NY 3151227, 1B33. Again. And it's yet another fucking hard drive. God damn. It goes from interesting to boring, and it flip-flops all the time. Oh, I'd really rather have some more juicy stuff, but obviously I've been told it's redacted heavily, it's not very juicy. Evidence, PC 81619. Still, we have found some juicy nuggets in here somewhere. 98 and Y, this is the same one again, isn't it? Okay, PC derivative copy 1, Western Digital 1000 GB HDD, WD1003FZEX, 00MK280, SN, WCC3F127, A3519, containing the clone copy of 1B15 hard drive, Seagate Barracuda 500GB HDD, so on and so forth. Collective Itaplo. Bunch of glare there as well. You would have thought the FBI photographer would have learned. 98 NY 3151227, 1B2. Okay, evidence. Request ID 12. Yep. 3151227. Yep, done that again. PC derivative copy 1 Seagate Barracuda 1000 GB HDD SC1000DM003 SNS1D85PLA containing the clone copy of 1B1 hard drive Seagate Barracuda 500 GB HDD SC500DM002 SNZ3T6CJJA Collective Itaplo TX1 SIN 000 ECC 560-17139 F2882257 PC. Yeah, a lot of that is repeats. Sorry, sometimes I just say it anyway, even if I don't need to. 98 NY 3151227 1B42. Okay, something slightly different is a box. Let me just... Oh, it says BX18. But let me see what it says on here. Okay. PC master copy 1 FBI owned Hitachi 2 terabyte hard drive 0F10311JPK 3EAOP09 SNB9GMG TYF containing the verified EO1 images NYC 023589 1B12 NYC 023593 1B16 NY 002 3594 1B17 and NYC 023595 1B19. 90A NY 3151227 1B24. Evidence PC 81619. 98 NY 3151227 request ID 112048 1B24. 0812 2019 NYC 027703 PC derivative copy 1 Seagate Barracuda 1000 GB HDD ST1000DM003 SNZ1D3Z SS0 containing the clone copy of 1B3 hard drive Seagate Barracuda 500 GB HDD ST500DM002 SNZ3T6CF5X the collective Itaplo TX1 SN 000 ECC 58017156. Just checking the chat. Looks like they set them down in the parking lot to take the pictures of them. Yeah, absolutely. Bunch of gravel here. Why would you do this, FBI? Just put it on a black table. But then again, they probably had a lot to go through. Like a lot. 98 NY 3151227 1B27. Again, it's the same brown folders. Clone number 7. A bunch of repeats again. 98 NY 3151227 1B30. So I suspect this might be the entirety of dataset 5. Evidence. PC 81619. This is another repeat here. SN 110350F8 1525. Collective item blow. Yeah, it's the same one. They're making like multiple copies of these hard drives. Okay, this is a bit different. This bit first. 98NY31512271 1B59. Evidence. Operational Technology Division. Digital Evidence Technology. Case ID number 98NY31512227. Laboratory number HQQ190816001. Items. Blah, blah, blah. Well, lab ID, same again. US UCFN 98NY. Oh, that's the case number. Yep, 3151227. We've had that. And this is HQQ018788 to HQQ018808. And then 19335 to 19353. Arrowhead Forensics, FBI. Okay, these aren't things I can read. This is the open box. 98NY 3151227 1B43. 1B43. 98NY 3151227 0821 2019 NYC 023596. PC Master Copy 1 FBI owned WD Black 3 terabyte hard drive. WD3003FZEX 00Z4SA0 SNWCC13LZ R579P, containing the verified EO1 images MIC023578 1B1, MIC023579, 80, 81, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, and 92, as repeats, with 1B1 here, ranging up to 1B15. Well, ranging up, there's several gaps here, obviously, with, for example, between 88 and 92. But yeah. 98 NY 3151227 1B48. Okay, Seagate, this is very illegible for me. I mean, 431 something, 382 at the end. Maybe, but that's probably useless information anyway. It's all just repeats of hard drives. 98 NY 3151227 1B47. And again, it's another fucking hard drive. It's a repeat. It's a Seagate. Bunch of small writing. It's turned upside down. Can't even see it. 90E NY 3151227 1B51. Whereas 08004, that's what it says on the plastic, can't read anything within. 98 NY 3151227 1B46. 98 NY 3151227 1B46. 98 NY 3151227 1B45. Okay. New York Cart Lab, NYC 025654, Western Digital, WD 2500, WD Caviar, Serial ATA hard drive, product of Malaysia, MDL WD 250 something JD, 00G880 maybe, date 21st November 2003, GCM HECH CVJAA. Yeah, and a bunch of other labeling. 98 NY 3151227 1B50. It's another fucking hard drive. Is this just literally just taking photos of the hard drives and just not detailing what's actually in them? I mean, I guess we do have like a lot of major files to go, but this is ridiculous. These are just photos of the hard drives. There's nothing written on them. Apart from the label at the back, and that's it. And it's all just repeats. 98 NY 3151227 1B49. God damn. Anyway, this is a Toshiba hard drive. Much the same again. 98 NY 3151227 1B56. You've got to appreciate the different types of handwriting in this. I mean, this one's a lot better. Like, this one's like fucking calligraphy here compared to some of the shit we've seen before. Anyway, okay, contents. Master copy archive of DVR main controller images. 2.0 terabytes. SATA 64 megabyte cache. WD 20 ears. SNWCA 2A6894206. Okay. 98NY3151227 1B55. Again. Seagate 10 terabytes. Iron Wolf. God, I wish I had that hard drive. Well, not that specific one, but a 10 terabyte one. That'd be so useful. Lab number HQQ190816001. We've seen that before. Specimen 028838, maybe. Carrying on. 98NY3151227 1B54. Okay. Contents. Master copy archive of DVR2 controller images, DVR2 repair drive images, and video exports. Okay, something different. 98NY3151227 1B53. I'm just not going to... well, actually, it's a slightly different number at the end, so I better carry on. So, evidence. FBI NY Computer Analysis Response Team 98NY3151227. Tape 01 of 02, and this is tape 02 of 02, so it's the same. 0723-2021, initials R. Same again there. Oh no, or PC. NYC 026022, IB53. Description 2. Ultium LTO6 tapes containing the CART network archive of video images taken from MCC NY video recorder hard drives as of 06/21/2021. Master copy. For official use only, law enforcement sensitive. Okay. What does it say underneath? Federal Bureau of Investigation Evidence Chain of Custody, FD 1004. 98 NY3151227 1B52. Jolly good. Another hard drive I can't read. 90A, possibly a scribble. NY3151227 1B58. Okay, what are these? So, lab ID is the same one as before. USFN, that's very difficult to read. 3151227 maybe? Yeah, it's less blurry when I watch it sort of on the stream preview, which is on my second monitor here, than on what I've got here. Oh. Dexter, you moving around? Here's your good boy. Oh, Dexter's there. Clara is relaxing on her favourite cushion, which is good, because she's not coming up here and pestering me. She did that all morning. Anyway, clone of HQQ is 019334, Bay 2 of main controller. And that's got glare. Okay. I think we got about 50 files to go. I don't know if I'll end the stream early. I'll scout out Dataset 6, I think. 98NY3151227, 1A envelopes, case file, DVD, C19. Or C19 down until C2 at the bottom, so I can avoid those repeats. 90C NY3154599, LSAW envelope, case file, DVD. 9A NY3144791, case file, DVD. 282B NY3156749, case file, DVD. That's the C2. Assorted stuff. Okay. Federal Bureau of Investigation. File number C19. Field Office Criminal Investigative and Administrative Files. Armed and Dangerous. Do not destroy. ELSA. Escape Risk. Financial Privacy Act. See also notes. I mean, none of these are entered at all. FOIPA, NCIC, OCIS, Suicidal, Other. Alright. 3/11/2025. Case ID 90C NY315545599. 31E MM108062. Case ID 50D NY3027571. Please can this be enough of taking photos of hard drives? Photographer redacted. Location IMD 200 Constitution Drive, Winchester, VA. Okay, chain of custody. LSAW evidence medium storage envelope. FD 504D Rev 8/31/2017. NYE M number 89294. Case file number 90C NY3154599. ID 1. Total of disks 1. Case agent task force officer SA redacted. Evidence types. Video surveillance and non-custodial overt interview have been ticked. Enclosure, original, media type, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, as the only one that's ticked. Intercept date, 8/14/19. Location date, redacted, New York, New York. Download date, 12/1/22. Download time, 12:25 p.m. Title free, CM intercepts, listed below ticked, and Shahada Harris, I think, seems to be the name there. So accepted custody, print name redacted, signature redacted, date 12/1/22, time 12:25, reason PESUR. I don't know what that means. Release custody redacted, date 1/13/23, time 10:22, reason EOSUR. So that might be the same thing there. Okay, so we've got some other ones here. So another chain. Okay. So accepted custody, date 1/13/23, time 10:22 p.m. Oh god, this price is terrible. Reason something control. And 1/13/25. This one is 10/27. The reason is storage. Redacted for both of these. Date 2/28/25, time 4:07 p.m. Reason duplication. And the release custody, time 4:20 p.m. Nice. Reason storage. Okay. Bit weird. Terrible writing towards the end there. Case file number 31AMM108062, ID 1. Total of disks 1. Evidence type, video surveillance and non-custodial overt interview, custodial interview, and the other is a tape. Enclosure is the original. Intercept date 04/24/2007, same as the download date. Location WPBFL. Download time 5:45 p.m. WP West Palm Beach. There seems to be a lot of Palm Beaches in Florida. Title for ECM interceptees is marked as listed below. Tatum Meyer or Miller, James Eisenberg, Corey Sheeran, and redacted. Why have they released 3 of these names and just redacted the 4th? I don't know. Anyway, accepted custody, release custody, that's redacted. Date 3/11/25, time 9:30 a.m. Reason removed from storage. And the date from release custody, same date at 9:35 a.m. is reason charge out. And accepted custody, printed name redacted, date 3/11/25, time at 9:33 a.m. Reason accepted. Okay, next one. Enclosure, original. Case file ID 72MM113327, ID number ID1. Case agent redacted. Anyway, consensual monitoring intercept has been selected. If assigned, CM number 5549. And non-telephonic NTCM has been selected. FBI RD. Then intercept date 11/03/09. Place Boca Raton, Florida. Date transfer for permanent storage. Date 11/03/09. Time 4:40 p.m. Okay, list interceptees below. Paul Bruno has been crossed out, and then Alfredo Rodriguez. Assigned custody, redacted. Date, 11/03/09, recent evidence, and 12/1/09, I'm assuming, 4 p.m., recent storage. Fucking hell. 870424222034 1, maybe. That writing is bad. God damn. Anyway, next one is date 12/13/19, time 7:30 p.m. Reason, I don't know. Reason a 5-year-old fucking got into this form and scribbled all over the thing here for the signature. Storage, it says here. Same date, time 7:31 p.m. So literally they've had it a minute. Signature redacted, date 1/17/19, same here. 2:30 p.m. 2:47 p.m. maybe. Reason dupe, so duplicating. Reason storage. Okay, this is completely redacted. This is completely redacted. 11719. Very, very bad handwriting. God damn, another one. Okay, enclosure is the original. Case file number 72mm113327. ID number 1D2. Cases agent redacted, or case AGT. Consensual monitoring intercept. CM number if assigned. CM number 5549. And then non-telephonic. NTCM. Device use CCTV. So CCTV footage, possibly from the prison. Intercept date 11:03:09. Players Boca Raton, Florida. Data transfer for permanent storage. Date 11:03:09. Time 4:40 p.m. And it's marked as consensual. Paul Santino, Alfredo Rodriguez. Okay, Paul Bruno is crossed out again. I don't know why. Accepted custody. Signatures. All signatures are redacted. I'm just going to say that. Date 11:03:09. Reason evidence. Then released 12:01:09, 9 p.m. Reason storage. With that number 878424220346. Okay. Then date 12:03:09, time 7:30 p.m. Reason evidence something. Reason storage is at the end here. It's 7:31, so yeah, it's been handled for 1 minute. Accepted custody date 1/17/19. Reason duplication, and then same day, no time even mentioned reason storage. Signature date reason is being redacted here. EO2782873. Thank you. Something legible I can read. Okay, fucking hell, another. How many more of these bloody forms we got? Okay, doesn't look like we got too much more. Enclosure original. Case file number 72mm113327. ID number ID3. Case AGT redacted. Consensual monitoring intercept. CM if assigned. CM number 5548. Telephonic. Intercept date 11:02:09. Players West Palm Beach, Florida. Data transfer for permanent storage. Date 11:02:09. Time 5:23 p.m. Same names again. With Paul Bruno crossed out. Very strange way of doing it. Accepted custody. Date 11:02:09. Time 5:13 p.m. or 43 p.m. Reason evidence. Date 12:01:09. Time 1 p.m. Reason storage. 870-424-220-341. Yeah, and that was under release custody. Accepted custody. Signature redacted. Date 2/3/09 at 7:30 p.m. Reason evidence something. I don't know. Date 12/3/09. This is very bad writing again. Time 7:31 p.m. Reason storage. Okay, so yeah, basically they're moving around and storing it. I don't know. Date 1/7/19. Time 2:30 p.m. Reason dupe under accepted, and then release custody. Date 1/17/19, presumably 12:45 p.m. Reason storage. The writing is fucking awful. God damn. How many more of these ones do we have? Right, it's just 2 more, and then we got the fucking bubble wrap stuff again. Good God, they don't make it easy to read. They don't make it easy to read at all. Anyway, enclosure original. Case file number 72mm113327. ID number ID4. Case agent redacted. Anyway, consensual monitoring intercept. CM number if assigned. CM number 5548. As telephonic. Intercept date 11:03:09. Players West Palm Beach, Florida. Data transfer for permanent storage. Date 11:03:09. Time 2:59 p.m. That's marked as consensual with the same names again. Accepted custody. 11:03:09. Time 2:59 p.m. Reason evidence and release custody. 12:01:09. Time 9 p.m. Reason storage with the same number there as before, but it is getting like more illegible for me to read each time. Anyway, date 10:03:09 maybe 11. Time 7:30 p.m. Reason evidence something. What does that word say? Is emtept or something like EMTEPT? I don't know. It's very, very difficult for me to read. Anyway, same date here, 7:31 p.m. Reason storage. This is redacted. 11/7/19, 2:30 p.m. Reason LSOR. And this one's storage here. LSOR, that's a jargon term I've seen the FBI in one of the previous FBI documents, so it's probably something to do with that. Anyway, enclosure is original. Case file number 72mm113327. ID number ID5. Case agent redacted. And this is a consensual monitoring intercept. CB number if assigned. CM number 5548. That's telephonic. TCM. Intercept date 10/29/09. Place West Palm Beach, Florida. Data transfer for permanent storage. Date 10/29/09. Time 1:47 p.m. Okay, same names. Accepted custody 10/29/09. Time 1:47 p.m. Reason evidence. Release custody 12/1/09. Time 9 p.m. Reason storage. Date 12/3/09. Times 7:30 p.m. Reason evidence something. Or evidence entered maybe. Anyway, but it's 7:31 p.m. storage, so it's the same one. 8/2/10, 250 duplication, 1/21/10, 5:03 p.m. storage, and 1/7/19 dupe at 2:30 p.m. and then 1/17/19 storage at 2:45 p.m. Thank God we're done with that at least. Oh fucking hell. I thought that was the last one. Okay. Original 72mm133113327. ID 6. Okay, same details here. CM number 5548. Same details here. Time 4:18. Same. Well, okay, different names actually. Bradley Edwards and Alfredo Rodriguez. Accepted custody. There's 3 digits in here. There's 3 digits in the day mark. Make this make sense. I mean, maybe 10/18/09. Time 4:18 p.m. Reason evidence. And this one is okay. No reason selected. This was at 7 p.m. I think this says. This is 12/3/09. Time 7:30 p.m. Reason evidence something. And this one's storage at 9:31 p.m. I mean, the trouble is, I'm putting more effort into it than these people are at writing it. I'm assuming these are a bunch of duplicate forms for all the different bits of evidence. And it's dupe and storage again. It's the same reasons. Okay, now this I've done before, I think. 18/7, 7/06/2007. FRF Shipping Invoice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, redacted. Centigo VA 22135. Date 2/28/2025. Something. Attention. LSOR SSA, redacted. Epi Washington Field Office. One disk for Discovery 50D and Y 10275 something? I don't know. Facilities requested. This is so hard to read. Prepared by Jamie Neves. 50D and Y 5027571. Okay, something different. Good. E6516298. How many files have we got left? We've almost got just slightly above 30 to go, apparently. Anyway. HB Slim Desktop 60A010. Slim on size, big on reliability. A stylishly redesigned tower. Dual displays perfect for productivity. Reliable and proven technology. Windows 10. 50E NY 3027571 1B19. Okay. And then 31E NY 327571 1B61. Okay, that one's upside down. That one says SN86 IB115. Okay, item 34 8/12/19. 34 NY 3027671, Little St. James Island, US Virgin Islands, by room D, bars 1 to 4, HP server room, 4 500 GB drive, SM, maybe HDD, I don't know, 722 something 189 maybe, and SA and SP are redacted. Jesus, that's fucking hard to read. I had to zoom in really hard for that, and even then I could barely make it out. But these is point. These are things now taken from Epstein Island rather than Epstein's New York address. SCDNY 3027571 1B115. Okay, so this is the later investigation in the late 2010s, essentially. Anyway, 316NY 3027572 1B101 and 31ENY 3027571 1B68. FBI valuable evidence. That is blurry as fuck again. Field Office NY case ID 3Y6 NY 3027571 IBB something 79 something on 7/11/19 and then 8/11/19, and the rest of the details are redacted, which is good because I can't fucking read it. Cache, sorry, its type is cache something. USB or USB maybe? Something value. I don't know. Valuable, it says. It says valuable here. Oh no, is cache. Okay. MYD 31ENY 3027571. Item 77. Something 7/11/19, then 8/11/19. Rest of the details are redacted, and it says valuable. Oh, but USD value. Okay, USD value, and this is USD value. So this is a total amount. So $17,115, and that is $4,400. I mean, okay, it's money. Okay, and this turns out it's much clearer than the previous iteration I had to read. So, item 33, 8/12/19, 31ENY 3027571, Little St. James, US Virgin Islands, B4, room E. Oh no, a different one. In server rack position 19, Wi-Fi server, MAC ID 1735K, 788A. So I'm just looking at my second monitor here. That's a much easier way for me to read it. Where was I here? MAC server ID 1735K, 788A, 2B46 3234 8 UUA 9F, FAC ID SWX UAS PRO, and then SA and SA redacted. Hello, Clara, you doing all right? 31ENY 3027571 113112. 1B117. Okay. Item number 38, 8/12/19, 31ENY, 3PZ maybe, 7571, I don't know. Little St. James Island, US Virgin Islands, B4 room E in server rack position ZA. Call by CamCNT, something by 23 Jacqueline Smith, I don't know. 4-bay with... Fuck. What does that say? This is blurry as hell. Okay, MGX may be at the bottom. We're under SM, but apart from that... Oh no, an A1R. I can read that bit. 24 maybe? USB drives maybe? I don't know. And this is 50D NY 200 7511B117. Okay, IB117, and this is 50D NY, not SOD, 50D NY 2001571 1B117. Call by Semcret, rip by 24 Jacqueline Smith, LeBay W186, USB drives maybe? Sin NXQ 82481R. I don't know. Anyway, oh god, okay, we've got a bunch of hard drives. Let's go. Do we get to see what's on the hard drives? Apparently no, not yet. SOA NY 3027572 1B47, SOE NY 3027572 1B173, 50 N and something 3027571 1B42, 50E and Y 302757 327 maybe. 31E NY 3027573 1B43. Big, chunky ass hard drives. 13E NY 3027571 1B16. 31E NY 3021775, and that's 1B24 there. Okay. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? So, a lot of the wilder things floating around is that Epstein ate, like, engaged in cannibalism, which I personally think is bullshit. Provide evidence, if not. But, okay, sure. It does look like a cooked human torso. Probably some kind of, like, bust or something. Of, like, some fertility statue or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. There's nothing to narrate there. Anyway, oh, God. This has got something on it. There's a bunch of numbers, though. The numbers, what do they mean? Oh, 1, 2, 3, H, L, N. Oh, God, for fuck's sake. It's... Okay. 30, 29, 23, 21, 17, 15, 14, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's what it says. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. 50 NY 302 75 7572 1B7. Yeah, I'm just going to go from left. 50E NY 302 7572 7823. 31E NY 302 7571 1315. 500 NY 300 7571 1B2. 50 NY 502 7578 maybe? Or 91, or I don't know. 1B4. 30D, oh sorry, 50D NY 302 7571 1B14. 50E NY 302 7571 1B29. 50D NY 300 7571 1B1. 50 NY 502 7571 1B3. 31E NY 302 7571 1B21. 50E NY 302 7571 1B17. 50D maybe? NY 302 7571 1B30. 31E NY 302 7571 1B27. That's 1B27 there. Oh, what is that? I really hope this is a taxidermy or something, because this looks like a dog in a plastic bag, which doesn't bear thinking too hard about. I really hope that's a taxidermy thing. Epstein / Maxwell. Oh, fuck me sideways. Okay. All of these are redacted. Zorro, Hawaii. Well, that's what that disc says. Massage something. Copy 72mm. Disc damage. Disc free 182. Okay, let's read the discs first. Free 1E MM108062 1B87. Black binders. And that's 302 something. I think the first digit there is a 7. Okay. Universal. Okay. District Court. MIS 2003. 19th Mag 6571. Okay, Epstein, it says on the box. Fucking hell. Why? Like, okay. I sort of appreciate them not just separating all these out in the files, which makes it harder, but Jesus, I can't necessarily read it. This one is a bit more interesting here. Okay, so the stuff, various stuff that's ticked in is blurred out, and there's numbers anyway, but transfer of Epstein case from FBI, is that Lexington? Lead office, maybe? What the hell does this say? One something? This is illegible. I want to be able to read this, because this has a lot more interesting information. Maxwell security footage. Okay. That's young. We've seen this previous, like, FBI form or binder that field agents take with them. Grand jury material, or grand jury material, sorry. So this is jury evidence. This looks like the plans for the house, actually. We've seen that before. Like the plans for the New York address, because it was like spread out. They mentioned, oh, here's the room, that kind of stuff. And this is redacted. Cardboard copy of something? Conference 4, redacted. Recycled, a bunch of recycles, and there's the information on the parcel is redacted. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Expansion 1, 2, 3. There's a bunch of these. Are these? Yeah, these do look like a bunch of external hard drives. Like all the external hard drives. He's got all of them. USB stuff as well. Okay. Let's see what this poster says first. Miscellaneous responsive material contained confidential, high confidential material. Drive number 19, Maxwell review. Okay. For internal use only. So this is, we've seen this before. I'm talking about the yellow sheet behind. This is the sheet where they select like cities rather than states, I think. Maybe this is where their FBI offices are located. But New York, I think, is probably selected, or Florida. Got a few more files to go and then I'll be ending the stream because you can hear I'm tired. Like my voice isn't breaking, but I do need to go to sleep. I do actually need to sleep. But apart from that, I've been very productive today. I've been working hard. Anyway, but apart from that, nothing really we can see. I guess maybe the instructions on the back, or maybe not. Thin, light, and easy backup for Windows and Mac. I'm pretty sure, like, from my familiarity with, like, electrical instructions, these are for different languages, but every time I zoom in, like, it is blurry as shit. I cannot read that. Okay, what's the stuff on the CD say? Let's check that at least. Oh, fucking, it's the wrong way. MIC 0224348 redacted responsive something and a bunch of numbers. Oh, okay. 318 NY 3027571 1B13, and that's a repeater here. Fragile, handle with care. That might be the massage table. Or not. Sam's Club. Nothing else on the parcel. Evidence. Location, Little St. James Island. Okay, that's, yeah, Little St. James. Anytime you see that, that is Epstein Island. You just know that as Epstein Island. It's Little St. James. Collected by redacted, witnessed by redacted, case 8/12, 2019. Case ID 31ENY 2027871, maybe? Description, silver and model A1547, item 4, maybe. Item number, this is partially hidden. SA redacted C20X8241. Flatley case, DUR, and that's a hard drive. Epstein Prive, terms 3/25/2020, I think. 31ENY 3027571 1B1 1B4. 31E, oh hello Clara. 3027571 NY 02 redacted 41 G1. Hello Clara. I'm very nearly done, so I'll pay a lot of attention to you, but I very much appreciate it if you could not disrupt the stream. Anyway, Epstein NY 3027571. I can read that. Just, okay, if you stay in one place, that's fine. I'll pet you. You're good. Such a good girl. She's very clingy. Don't touch the mic. Unfortunately, my cat has a habit of not staying still whenever she's up here. As you can see when she just went past the webcam. Okay. Just stay here, Clara. Stay here. Let me make you a little blanket. It's alright, there's a good girl. Oh no, you don't want to be picked up, that's fine. Alright, but we're done with that one. Okay, file number 50D-NY-302-7511. Field Office Acquiring Evidence NYD, I'm assuming. From redacted, by redacted. A receipt given, yes. To be returned, no. Description: 2 boxes, PD records of Epstein investigation. And the rest of the stuff in the form is not completed, so I'm not going to bother reading it. Okay. Probable cause affidavit. Bunch of files there. I can't see any of the things in those files. Box 102 and box 202. A1 folders, 50D-NY-302-7571. Same here. Okay, bunch of files. But they do look empty and unfilled out, at least from what I can see. Biohazard. Oh, fuck. What have we got here? 31E MM108062-1B15. And that's a biohazard as well. That's a suitcase. What is the biohazard mark for, I wonder? What is the biohazard that the FBI have taken into evidence from Epstein? What is that biohazard? Like, people talking about this ritual cannibalism kind of stuff, while it's a bit far-fetched, having a biohazard sign could potentially be, you know, a result of finding any body parts and stuff. But if they found body parts, the FBI are holding that close to their chests. I don't actually believe in this cannibalism bullshit. Anyway, caution, broken. Okay, are these chairs or something? Maybe. 50NY302-1571, 1B147, and that's 1853 at the end. Oh yeah, 302-7572. Okay, that's slightly different actually. 31E-NY-302-7571, IB143. And that's 31E-NY-302-7571, 2B57. Do not bend. 50E-04, 302-7571, 1B93. Fragile, handled with care. Thank you. Okay, evidence. 1784, number 31, 81219, 31E-NY, 302-7571, IB50 maybe? Or NO? It says NO. Little St. James, US Virgin Islands, B4 room E. Description paper with passwords on both sides. Contacted by SA redacted. And this one, which is covered in glare, SA redacted. We've seen this type of format before though, so this word here is probably something we've seen before. And I can hear Clara meowing in the distance. I'm nearly done anyway, but I'll pay some attention to her once I'm done. She's just woken up. She likes attention. If she's not asleep, she is demanding attention, even when I'm sleeping, which isn't always a fun time. Item number 9, 81219, 31E-NY, 302-7571, location Little St. James Island, US Virgin Islands, room J on wall. Collected, redacted, witnessed by, redacted. Okay. 31E-NY... I mean, 1491 is the end, but this one is too redacted. Jeffrey Epstein, 9th East 71st Street, New York, New York, 10021. iBio. God, this is hard to read. Even harder to read when there's a cat there. Yes, you good girl. Come on. You are a lot more clingy than your brother is. Dexter is still chilling happily on top of the cat tower. Clara is currently being a gremlin. And she's currently attacking my mic. It's alright. Hey, hey, hey. Let me pick you up. Let me... Okay, never mind. She doesn't want to be picked up. She just wants some attention. You want to come over here? Yes, you're a good girl. You are very high maintenance, you know that? Yes, you do. Description. I can't read the stuff here. It's very, very difficult. But it says 3 sheets of paper in the description. So 3 sheets of paper. Is there anything on the paper? Let's find out. 30 NY 3027571 1B10. Okay, and now for the last file. Okay, 31E NY 3027571 1B133. And that's the last file. That's a suitcase. Anyway, let's see if I can pick this cat up and show her on the webcam. She likes attention. She might as well get attention from you too. But apart from that, we're ending the stream. We had a lot of activity towards the start. That was great. Again, we have now done dataset 5, though. We've done dataset 4 and done dataset 5, so next stream we'll carry on with dataset 6. So in theory, we're almost halfway. In theory. In practicality, we are nowhere near. Hey, Clara. Ingle. Hey, there's a good girl. There we go. Let's put you there. There's a good girl. There's a good girl. Alright. But anyway, ladies and gents, we are donezo for tonight. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. But we did some good work, and I think today's been very, very productive. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a good evening, or morning, or wherever it is. I know time zones are quite weird. But anyways, whatever the case, I hope to see you next time.